are back with Big Slick. Rob is busy. Are you taunting the third base coach?
Third base coach. All third base coaches get the heat from here.
You'll never say his name again, like Gene Lamont.
Schaefer. It's Schaefer.
Schaefer.
Watch it. But Gene Lamont is the the orig.
He's the OG.
He is. He's
Big
the OG,
Slick.
Big Slick. He's the Darth Vader of baseball, as he was once described as by Will Ferrell.
Bruce.
That's how it all started.
Bruce Chen.
A lovely man, by the way. Yeah. A lovely man, Gene Lamont.
I thought you were saying Will Ferrell.
Also a lovely man.
You guys got to work the mics because I don't want to. Heidi, welcome to being a host. I mean, you've been here many times before, but what about being a host here in your hometown?
It's incredible. I just feel like I'm their little sister. What? Annoying little sister.
Yep.
I'm like 30 years younger than all of them. I am.
That seems extreme.
More like her daughter.
Dad.
Come on.
Honey. My 5 dads.
She's upset because we didn't take her to Taylor Swift tonight, and
And boy, we haven't heard the end of that, have we?
She's in Chicago.
I thought somebody was going to go the whole Travis Kelce, Heidi Gardner thing, which pretty much like broke the internet.
Okay.
What's up?
Hype me up, guys.
I don't know how that played around the rest of the country, but that was sort of a big deal here in Kansas City.
That was the best week of SNL ever.
In your
She
life?
hosted. Yes, yeah.
It was really cool. I went to go watch. It was the most exciting thing. It was super cool.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Hey. And he was great on the show.
He was. Yeah.
I haven't watched the show since the 80s.
Oh, God.
I was born in the 90s. So.
Oh, wow.
What? Stop. This is killing us.
Very late 90s.
I do want to welcome Jason back. I guess he was busy last year in London or something like that.
Yeah, that's what.
We miss you, though.
Rehab. We call it.
You're working on
That's the working title. That was the working title of Ted
it's
Lasso.
Rehab.
Yeah.
It's called Jason's Rehab.
No spoilers because not everybody has watched the finale, but now you get to. There were so many references in that show to Kansas City. There was an Amos Otis drop this year.
Yes, there was.
How much did you love that piece? Because I feel like you guys have always been doing that here at Big Slick, where you work in the little Taco Villa references or whatever it might be.
I mean, it's one of the neat things about being the last one to type scripts. Is that you can put those things in, and everybody shows up the day of, and you're like, don't worry about it, just say it.
What's Pogos?
Yeah, exactly. I just learn it phonetically. Don't worry about the context. It'll make sense to like 90 people. But those 90 people, thank you for watching. Or I can't wait for you to watch. It's a hoot. People seem to dig it. Some people hate it. I don't know. Yeah. My parents hate it. My parents hate Ted Lasso. They're ashamed of me.
That can't be true.
That's not true.
That's definitely not true.
No, I mean, Kathy and Dan are like acceptable of like my like bad grades at this point. No, we're doing good. We've healed.
Kathy probably booked all your travel to London.
No. I use Travelocity. Okay. Travelocity.com.
His mother is a great travel agent,
A great
by the
travel
way.
agent,
but
yeah.
Takes care of all of our guests.
Literally.
This
awesome.
is a family affair. The Big Slick is made possible by not only a lot of volunteers, but our families. And Jason's mom has organized travel for
like 3 dozen people.
at least.
Yeah.
Mercurial, artsy-fartsy divas.
Yeah. It's not an easy
A lot
gig.
of divas.
Sam Levine in particular.
Entitled.
Oh, the worst.
We'll do it. Whoa. He's rounding. Someone just headed home, and it wasn't a royal.
She makes
ground rule double.
Yeah, ground rule.
Ground rule double.
Ground rule double?
Yeah.
That still exists?
Really?
Yeah. It must have hot popped over the fence. That's what they call it, hot pop.
Is that what they call it?
It's baseball talk, inside baseball. Don't worry about it.
James Harden played.
Rex Hudler's now going to use that term all the time.
Yeah. Hot pop over the fence.
They say they of course being the Van Patten family.
Yeah.
They've always referred to it as hot pops.
Yep.
I feel like we should talk a little. No, we don't need to talk about Big Slick yet. Go on, Jason.
I was just curious, when
Work that mic, Rob.
When do we go live? When do we go?
That's a good question. When do we start this?
Later.
Okay.
Good. Post game
All
show.
right, look, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just loose lips. Here we go. Everybody have fun right now.
Family audience, of course.
Of course.
A Gene Lamont type of audience.
Is there any chance Gene Lamont is watching this interview right
Please.
Gene?
He knows, right?
You think a Google alert went up on Gene's phone?
Yes.
She's
Properly
trending.
invited him.
You know, we've never, ever spent time. We want Gene Lamont to come to a Big Slick to maybe even play in the game. be a third base coach for our game.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be a thrill.
Amazing.
If anybody has his
Even
number
when-
out there, they should text him right now, going, "Hey, you gotta flip on the television."
Yeah.
Did you guys know that he's been working ever since you humiliated? Well, you humiliated.
No,
you gave him a-
what? No.
Sorry,
Hey, hold on,
sorry.
Goldberg. Yeah.
Deified.
When Gene came to Kansas City, it was the most exciting day for all of us.
For all of us.
And
We celebrated that day.
But you know, he works for the Royals now. Like
Yes.
front office.
oh yeah.
Well, that's why we want. That's why we're shocked. We can't.
I don't know where he is.
We can't get some Gene Lamont time.
Can't get him.
He doesn't. He keeps a low profile around us.
I get it. He's humble. He's a humble.
He is humble.
So when you sang the Darth Vader song with his name, that was deifying him.
I'll be honest. At the time,
You got.
Joel, you got to remember, at the time, he was with the Detroit Tigers. All right, so let's
Fair
be
enough.
fair. And he wasn't giving us any attention. So we had to resort to Gene Lamont.
They're both icons.
Oh, like butter.
Baby.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do
That's
it.
a hot pop.
That's a hot pop.
By the way, they're watching the replay on Crown Vision because I think everybody missed it, except for Jason, who was snapping his
Yeah, I
fingers.
saw it, yeah.
We had the replay on our broadcast.
Jazz, Kansas City.
In
Jazz.
case,
The one thing I do need to remind you though, Darth Vader turned out to be a pretty great guy.
That's right. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoiler for everybody at home.
If you've only seen the first one, I gave away a big. If you only see
In Return of the Jedi,
episode 4.
One specific Jedi that returns. ...
Yeah.
and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Let me get a serious,
Yeah.
big, slick
Yeah,
question in,
absolutely,
because that is why we're here, although we're here for all of this, of course, as well. Heidi, I'll go to you. You're the newcomer in terms of hosts. How unbelievable is this in your hometown? The amount of money, the amount of support, the amount of your friends that all come in from all over the country.
It's the best, and I always say Kansas City is the best place in the world with the biggest hearts, and that's why this happens every year. It's so easy for people to come here. We're watching our guests fall in love with the city in front of our eyes. It's really, really cool.
It's a very special thing that just doesn't seem to, happen in many places. Heidi's right. Kansas City really has embraced us, has embraced this event, and the city gets behind it. They're the ones that are, donating and doing so much great work for the hospital.
We concur.
Yeah, I agree with everything.
Yeah, you guys nailed it, really.
I just didn't know if you had anything you wanted to add.
No, listen, the Big Slick is something we look forward to every year. We get to invite a bunch of people who come in, and they love this town, and it's because people show up. We can throw the party, but if nobody shows up, it doesn't work. So hats off to the folks of Kansas City.
How about
If a party occurs in a field and no one hears it, is it really a party? I think that's the
If
That's
you-
something you have to answer.
Yeah. Can you actually hear the Black Eyed Peas or not?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
great
It's a question of the
philosophical
ages.
Yeah.
And if you build it, they will play. Black Eyed Peas.
I love. Now you see. Now we
you
see
get
why
why.
we're so fortunate Heidi is hosting.
I'd love to see Gene Lamont and Fergie do a dance song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Black Eyed Jeans.
Yes.
That's right.
Gene's humps.
it's a song?
It is a song.
At least a new version of the song. I got to ask you about my now new broadcast teammate, Jeremy Guthrie. We had video of him asking, I think, Jason, when do I start or when do I pitch? And you pitched to everyone. You pitched to, how did he do?
I thought he did great.
I did
Yeah,
too.
it
He was
great.
outstanding.
Yeah. You set everybody up for success. Some people rose to the occasion. Other people, really blew their shot. And we'll have a chat about that, on Sunday when all the hosts.
We haven't had a chance to review the tape yet.
Yeah.
Let's look at the tape.
Yeah, and obviously we'll take Twitter's advisement.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah,
It's always the smart thing to do. Guthrie, it's pretty cool to have Jeremy Guthrie out there on the mound pitching to all of us. It's, as Royals fans too, it's very exciting to go up against,
And as a
one of our guys.
he brought his A shoe game too.
Yeah, by the way, he also puts spikes and cleats on any shoe you want.
Absolutely.
Check out what he does.
Yeah,
It's kind of an
lovely.
amazing thing.
I'm sure he thanks you for that
Does he do
advertisement.
himself, you think?
Yeah, he does it. He does it. Does he do it himself, or is there a team of people? Well, it's quality
Elves.
work.
I hope it's elves.
quality work. So if he's doing
that
it
kind of
himself,
craftsmanship.
I just say, what can't this guy do?
It's either him or elves.
Yeah.
It's either him or elves at that craftsmanship
Yeah,
level.
Yeah.
I saw Jason, you out there having a long talk with Mike Moustakis, and
Yeah.
as a Royals fan, all of you guys, to be able to see Moose back here. We had Lorenzo Cain's retirement back here last month.
That was awesome.
Everybody crying over that one.
Yay.
How about talking to Moose?
It was great. He gave me his gloves. There we go. Oh,
What happened?
I don't know.
No, that didn't.
Did
He
they
said-
hate my answer?
He said, you got,
No,
they
it
didn't
wasn't
like
your
the
answer. That wasn't
I
that.
don't want you to have that glove.
I think they called somebody safe at home.
Mike gave me his batting gloves, which happened to match the blue, and I went 2 for 2 in front of my children. So, big ups.
Big ups.
We got an instant replay right now.
Under review. Under review. It was a tag at the plate. It was a play at the plate. They said safe. We all know it wasn't.
And look at this moon.
Oh, menacing. Menacing. Yes.
It's an ominous move.
Beauty mark.
Here's the play, guys.
That reminds me of an October night.
It
He's
looked like-
out.
He looked like maybe he got in there.
Here we go. Give me a different angle.
His left hand, maybe.
That's not
He's
the
out.
one. No, that's not the one.
Oh, actually.
Looks like he's safe to me.
I like that Paul's just coming right out and no heart, just pure. This is the answer.
This one will be. This will be
Watch the hand,
conclusive.
Watch the hand. Watch the hand.
What?
I-
Conclusive?
No, his knee.
He's out.
Left hand.
I think he's safe,
he
guys.
probably made
I
it.
think he's safe, but I mean, I'm only seeing it on the jumbotron. From this angle, it looked
Can you
right.
do
It
that
was.
to that screen?
He got around him there. I think it's safe.
Rat
I
farts.
think he's out.
Well,
Listen,
I
I
think
know.
he's out, Dad.
Dad.
Let me say, you embarrass me on national television like that again. We're not going out for ice cream after this game.
This is regional. This is regional television,
No, we don't like it, but you gotta respect the play. You gotta respect the play. It was.
right? Clear and convincing evidence.
I thought it was well played all the way around. He just got in there, and that was good base running.
Sometimes these guys get it right. Sometimes they get it wrong, even with review.
So they got it
Huh?
wrong?
They got it wrong. Yeah, clearly.
It's just
There's a saying. This is why they call it baseball.
that's it.
Yeah, I think that says it all. That is exactly right. That is why they call it.
That's what they call it.
That's Yogi Bear, the cartoon, not the catcher.
Yeah, you're not Yogi
You have
Berra.
that book.
No, not Yogi Bear.
You have that great coffee table book of Yogi Bear sayings.
Yogiisms.
Picnic
Yogi is
basket,
exempt.
and that's why they call it baseball.
We have Rex Hudler. We have Hudisms. We like to say
Ain't
Hudisms.
over until Boo Boo sings.
Hey, boo boo.
Yogi Bear was a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like,
Long before you were born, Heidi.
You call them animated pictures.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I just know Pixar.
Oh.
This is all setting up for you guys for a walk-off win in the 9th inning. That's what it all is.
It's setting the stage for something dramatic.
Yeah, it's going to be an
We
exciting.
bought $40,000 worth of fireworks that
Yep.
we're gonna let off from right in here.
Right in here.
The second, we just gotta find a lighter.
We just.
40,000 of smoke bombs.
Yep. it's,
Snakes.
it's all
Snakes,
snakes,
just snakes.
sparklers, and smoke bombs.
They'd only allow
There's
us
children,
snakes. But
Smoke bombs. Hey!
Got a ball in here.
Otis.
My kids just got a ball.
That's
First
awesome.
good thing to ever happen.
Proud
It's
dad.
all downhill from here.
Well,
Nicely done. Nice job, Teeny.
any
Good help.
Awesome.
before we get out of here, did anybody of all of your friends or the new people that came, all these celebrities, did anybody stand out for better or worse in terms of their athletic abilities?
I think there was this guy out there named Patrick Mahomes. He's a football player. He's actually not even an actor. He looked pretty good. I don't know if you had caught any of his plays, but
He was all over the place.
he was really all over. He's a good
I
ball
appreciate the
player.
hustle.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
The hustle was good.
The hustle was good.
The hustle was
no
a-
look pass.
The hustle was great,
cool.
and you could feel the collective anxiety of everyone in the stands and everyone on the field every time he was running to make a play.
We do because we all talked about it, but we got to give a big shout out. He had a beautiful behind the back throw out at first, but Bobby Cannavale,
Yeah.
an actor,
Yes.
caught it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was elated.
An actor caught that ball.
He was elated that he caught that ball, and I said to Bobby, what would you have done had you dropped that ball? And he said that he would have just told everybody that it was actually Brad Garrett.
That's it. Well, we're looking at the play right now. We're breaking down the play. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It really was
Real.
phenomenal.
I mean, we've seen it in
Who hit
practice.
it? You remember who the hitter was?
Was it Stoney?
Probably with Stoney. You'll probably, if you see my reaction in the background, I think I threw the bat down and screamed at God.
That's got to
because
be
I was on the other
ESPN,
team.
right? That's got to be top 10 plays. That's going to be the top play of the game.
Yep.
They have to come back now that we lost the lead in the middle of this interview, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's because
I
we're not
think
putting
so.
enough focus on them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They need us. They need our witchcraft as artists.
Yeah.
We're gypsies.
You get it.
You have that ability. You guys have that ability.
Yes.
We do a little
That's why we got into this
voodoo.
business.
It's a little tougher now with the writer's strike.
All right, we are going to let all of you go. Maybe solve the writer's strike or come in and win this game. Jason Sudeikis, welcome back home.
Thank you.
We
Thanks
missed
for
you
having
last
me.
year. Rob Riggle.
Thank you.
The young, very young Heidi Gardner, welcome to the party.
Almost too young.
Paul Rudd,
Shockingly
never
young.
aging at all.
Yeah. Look at you.
I'm aging.
In
No,
reverse.
You're not.
It's good to see you. Thank you so much for talking to us. We couldn't be more excited to be back. Thank you, Kansas City, for supporting us and for supporting Children's Mercy and Big Slick.
You guys are amazing. To all of you and everyone that's here, Eric as well. Thank you guys. We'll see you back here next year. What's going on behind you, Jason?
My daughter's like calling audibles.
She like, let's go,
Time
Dad?
to go.
No, I don't know what's going on. I love you, Dad. You've done a great
No, she
job
said
raising
no.
me and
Eh.
giving me
Oh, she wants
a
to go.
vocabulary and never talking down to me, and I appreciate it.
And she said we got to go to a break with a pitching change.
This is what